Your Excellency, you have the floor.
Thank you. Mr. President, Madam High Commissioner, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. It is gratifying to help build on the dreams for humanity that the giants of history have dreamt in our collective name. The authors of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights would have been glad, even perhaps relieved, that human rights have found strong, effective and equitable institution to call home. The Human Rights Council is coming of age, and we can all proudly say that it is living up to the expectations. Mr. President, let me start by aligning with the statement made on behalf of the European Union. The fundamental principles of the human rights are deeply embedded in the development of the EU. Being awarded the Nobel Peace Prize serves as the best confirmation of the EU's commitment to human rights, for where else can human rights better thrive than in peace? And we should never forget how incredible the peace made possible by the existence of the EU really is in the historical context. 2012 was a year of challenges and crises. It has also been a year of advances in the area of human rights, but as we celebrate these advances, we cannot but be reminded that they were overshadowed by the thousands of deaths, displacements, and gross human rights violations. Grave situations in a number of places continue to give rise to serious concerns and must mobilize joint efforts for this resolution. The situation in Syria springs immediately at everyone's mind. The death toll is at least 70,000. Let us not again venture into six-figure death toll of precious human lives before we decisively say it's enough. The Republic of Macedonia was among the group of countries that addressed the Security Council this January. We urge it to send an unequivocal message that such gross violations of human rights will not be tolerated. Ladies and gentlemen, the Republic of Macedonia is committed to the rule of law at the international level. This is also an essential principle in tackling issues related to human rights. Guided by this principle, we have used the opportunity to address challenges and increase certainty through the mechanisms offered by the United Nations. We know well that implementation of what is right internationally is not always easy. Nevertheless, it is in our interest and it is our firm belief that a multilateral system should be used to monitor how states hold up to and implement their international treaty obligations. The Republic of Macedonia has from the start been a committed supporter of an effective and credible Human Rights Council as the principal pillar of the United Nations human rights machinery. The Council is a forum to work on further promotion and protection of the human rights. First and foremost, it must be a voice of support and of action for all those whose rights are being violated at any given moment. For that reason, we must continually enhance its capacity to address human rights violations timely and effectively. Its preventive capacity must be strengthened in parallel and give due importance. Mr. President, we have a deep respect for the work done by the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights. We strongly support the independence of the Commissioner and the Office as crucial to perform its tasks in an efficient and impartial manner. Special procedures, both country-specific and thematic, play a commendable role in drawing attention of the Council to human rights issues which require its consideration and action. In that context, we extend a standing invitation to all special procedures back in 2004. Effective and independent human rights treaty bodies are key to promoting and protecting human rights worldwide. Therefore, the Republic of Macedonia supported the cross-sectoral strengthening process facilitated by the OHCHR and welcomes the related report issued by the High Commissioner. The General Assembly should take into consideration the progress already achieved and carry out an inclusive multi-stakeholder process, a process that will allow concrete and sustainable measures for strengthening the effective functioning of the treaty body system to be identified and then implemented. Ladies and gentlemen, our major priorities for human rights promotion and protection at the international level are drawn from our own experience. Advancement of the rights of women and the rights of children, non-discrimination, rights of minorities, freedom of religion and belief. Since the March 2012 Council session, we have signed the third optional protocol to the Convention on the Rights of the Child on a communications procedure. In addition, we submitted the midterm progress assessment report of the Universal Periodic Review, an important international instrument. The latter process involved all relevant stakeholders, including the civil society representatives. The Macedonian government has also recently joined the global initiative to end violence against women and girls. At the country level, we continue to build and implement a coherent and results-based system for human rights protection and promotion. A number of action plans were adopted over the last year, including a National Action Plan for Gender Equality, Strategy for Cooperation with the Civil Society, National Strategy for Equality and Non-Discrimination, National Strategy Against Domestic Violence, and a National Action Plan on the Rights of the Child. In April 2012, the government established an intersectoral commission for human rights composed of high-level government representatives and independent human rights institutions. The task of the commission is, among others, to coordinate the national human rights policy and to follow up on the recommendations of the treaty bodies. In other words, to focus on the results. Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, the government of the Republic of Macedonia, supported by UNESCO, will organize the Third World Conference on Dialogue among Religions and Civilizations in Skopje in May this year. The main theme of the conference will be the freedom and dignity, fundamental values in interhuman, interreligious and intercultural relations. In parallel, a youth forum focusing on the role of religion in promoting tolerant youth will take place. Excellencies, Southeastern Europe has faced a number of challenges in the last decades. We have grown stronger after each challenge, and with it, our commitment to democracy, to human rights, to the rule of law has grown. We would like to contribute with this commitment globally. The Republic of Macedonia has thus put forward its candidacy for the membership of the Human Rights Council for the period 2014-2016. We are dedicated to upholding and promoting the highest standards of human rights in a manner that will have an evident effect on the real lives of people of the world and will always push for concrete results in real situations. Human rights may be among the first victims as complexity of life on this planet increases with ever greater speed. We must stand ready to protect and promote the human rights we have all agreed to be universal. You may certainly count on the Republic of Macedonia to continue to be dedicated on this path. Thank you very much.